in a place called Branford, Connecticut. I'm on the Branford Green on a beautiful, beautiful November 11th, 2021, with a Branford resident and a vet. And happy Veterans Day to you, Brian Maloney.
Thank you very much.
And I am so glad that you're on my show today. Get with the program. And so this is off the cuff. And so, Brian, we don't know what we're going to talk about, but it's just going to flow, I hope. So here we are. Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself and your vet life.
Well, I'm very simple. I was born in New Haven, 1945. I entered the Catholic and public school systems in New Haven. And then my parents were married and we moved to East Haven. In New Haven, I came from Orange and Pearl Street. And I moved to East Haven in the center of town, Guilford Court. I did most of my adolescence there, and I started working part-time, going to school nights, and was working full-time. And then I tried to get into various services, and I enlisted in the Army in June of 1967. I took my oath on the 19th of June of 1967, and I had orders for Vietnam. I had a 10-day delayed en route in October, and I had to report to Overseas Replacement Center on the 28th of October of 67. And I was with a replacement, went by plane to Vietnam November 3rd. And I did 11 months, 27 days in Vietnam. I was in 3rd Corps area. I was under MACV, well, the all military Army were, under USAV, that's U.S. Army Vietnam, and I was MACV is Military Assistance Command Vietnam, and then I went under the Americal Division as a support troop in 1968 in the Tet Offensive, after the Tet Offensive. And I called DEROS. I left Vietnam in October 27th of 1968. And DEROS means discontinued or de-embarkation of required overseas service, ending overseas service. And I did 11 months, 27 days there. And I did a week hospital time. I got an out-of-country 7-day R&R to Penang, Malaysia. And I did 1 week hospital time for a leg injury and as a case of malaria. And I did the rest of my military career. I went to a unit armored school. I got my light infantry MOS in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. That's 4th Army, and I did 16 months there. And I obtained my separation papers of June 18th, 1970, and I was done with the military. I got my active reserve for 3 years, and I got my discharge in October 17th, 1973. But my separation papers came the 18th of June of 1970, my end of my active duty. So I am a member of the National DAV. I'm 50% disabled for a leg injury. I've had hearing problems, and I had bladder cancer. The veterans, I get my prescriptions, everything through Newington, VA, but my main health care center is in West Haven. I've had various operations. In fact, I had a colonoscopy last week and a cystoscopy. And my caregiver is Dr. Susan Kassoff, and I find them very good. And when the VA opened in 1956, my Aunt Mary worked there as an admitting clerk. She's passed on. So I worked various things, from a truck driver to shipping and receiving, chemical worker. I had my own business with a little landscape in Mason area. I had a dump truck and a flatbed trailer. I've been a truck driver, a landscaper. I did semi-commercial fishing in the early to middle 70s. I did some diving jobs, and I worked for 2 chemical companies, Upjohn and Dow, and which Dow is not here anymore, and Upjohn has been decommissioned. And I 12 years as a truck driver at New Haven Terminal. I drove a truck also for American Discounts in the stores in New Haven, for 6 years. And I mostly, when I was an adolescent, I got out of the service in 1970. I worked New Haven Country Club. I worked in a gas station, and I did what I did. I've
you certainly have a great memory.
Well, I think it was, you had to do what you have to do. I don't
Right.
consider myself a special person.
I do.
I did
You
what I
take
did.
care of yourself. I know that. And you swim. Is that correct? You swim a lot?
Yes, in the warm weather, not now. I'm trying to find a.
But you do swim
I
in
mean,
the
if I-
ocean almost every day, don't you? When the weather
I
is
would say at least 3 days a week, and I
Right.
snorkel and clam, which has to do with the swimming.
right. And so you are pretty healthy right now, from what I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I
Other
have.
than all these things,
I have a
that
hearing problem. I have a cancer problem, the bladder cancer, and I have little arthritis, and I have that. I had a stent put in my heart in the 18 of
Is that
April
right?
18, of April of 1918. The VA hospital did that.
But the battle is to stay healthy.
That well, I think that's with all of us. I really do.
Right. And so you do something about it. You're
Yes,
a
I
doer.
do. Yes, I do.
Can you please tell us, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but could you please tell us what happened to you and how you got hurt in Vietnam?
Well, I was injured from off a truck. There were incoming, and I could say I got blown off. I got hit with shrapnel, but it didn't go in me. And I did catch a case of dysentery and malaria.
Wow.
I was in Third Corps area, and that's what happened to me.
And is there anything else that stuck out that with working?
Well, I feel very lucky that I came back. I don't consider myself a hero. The people that didn't come back alive, I consider them the real heroes because they made the ultimate sacrifice. That's how I feel on the matter. And I realize a lot of this with these kind of military conflicts, wars, whatever, the common denominator is politics.
Right, right. So what do you want to tell your brothers and your boys out there today? Your
Well,
fellow
I would
vets.
say that I would take a full advantage of all the benefits that they offered because they have earned them, and the women too served. And what happened with us, and it started in '73, we were supposed to get free medical and dental for the rest of our lives, but then because after the Vietnam War started to wound down, they started to put the stipulations and to cut the benefits. And I look at it this way, I signed a contract with the government. I expect them to honor it. And everybody else, whether you got drafted or enlisted in whatever branch you went into, I believe that the government should honor that. And that's how I feel on the matter.
Okay. Well, that makes sense, and
And
people
I
should
remember
know
there was a lot
they
of
can get the help
controversy
out there that
in
they
the
need.
60s and the 70s. That's a Belgian Shepherd. And I feel that and look what happened in Afghanistan. And I've seen some pretty sad cases of people coming back from the Middle East. And unfortunately, in a war, these things are going to happen. But that's the only thing I have to say about it.
Do you have a favorite war hero?
A what?
Do you have a favorite war hero?
A favorite what?
War hero.
I think anybody who served is a hero. But I'm not. I feel that the real heroes, as I said before, are the people who sacrificed their lives and died. They're the real heroes. That's how I look at it.
Right. But when you hear that, does anyone stand out? I know you want everyone.
I think not especially. I think anybody, but anybody who was awarded certain medals, accommodations, I respect.
Okay.
But I feel that the real heroes, again I say, are the ones that can come back alive. They made the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh, that's
And the
very
people
true.
who are wounded for life or ruined physically or mentally life, they deserve a lot more credit than I do.
Well, I'm so glad, Brian, that you're getting help, the help that you need.
Well, so am I.
And it was about time, and I'm glad that you have that message out there for other vets. And it was very nice interviewing you today, and I wish you a very happy Veterans Day, and it's
Thank
always
you.
good to interview you, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, take care of yourself, Brian.
Okay, I appreciate the interview, and that's the fellow did too.
Okay, you take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
there's a Marine right over there. That's over there. I was Army.
Happy Veterans Day.
I was
Happy
Army.
Veterans Day. How are you?
We're all part of the same dysfunctional family,
We're on
right?
the same team. We're We're all on the same team.
The same dysfunctional family, right?
I was there. I was Army 67, 70.
There you go. Marine Corps 02 to 06. And maybe future something, we'll see. I don't know.
My uncle was a Marine, World War II. He was on Iwo Jima, Okinawa. My uncle Vincent, he was in 1st and 5th Marine Division.
Oh,
He got wounded 3 times, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I met an Iwo Jima Marine about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still alive, but he's from West Haven. Sam Gericello is his name.
In, I think it is in New Britain.
Yes.
They have the monument, the Iwo Jima monument.
Yeah.
But when I was overseas in NAM, the Marines always did 13 months. Army, our regular tour was 12. I did 11 months, 27 days, but one country R&R.
Any story that you would like to share today?
I got all sorts of stories.
One stands out?
I don't know, what kind of story? Well, I deployed to Afghanistan in 2004, and then Iraq in 2005. I got a boatload of stories from both, but I don't really know of one that's
Oh, I'm
extra
sure that everybody
cool.
has a lot of
I've got
stories.
skin cancer, bladder cancer from it.
Are you connected with the VA and everything?
I go to the VA. I was there this past
Did you
month.
get service connected for the whole Agent Orange thing?
Yes, I am. I have a claim in. I've had a claim in since 1976.
Are you working with a veteran service officer?
I don't work with the veterans. I'm a regular patient.
No. I'm saying there's people called veteran service officers.
Oh yeah, no.
They act like lawyers to represent
yeah,
veterans.
I'm
Oh,
a
that's
member
good
of
to
the
know.
National DAV.
Yep,
And
DAV has
my case giver, my case handler is Dr. Susan Kassoff on Building 2, 2nd floor, and she's handling everything.
Okay.
But I have my claim.
Veteran
I
service
am
officers help,
50%.
too. Oh, okay. So you have
my
a service-
hearing,
okay.
my leg, and I have my bladder cancer.
Yeah, I
And
think
what's your name?
Tim Rockefeller.
Hi, Tim Rockefeller. I'm Deborah K. Levi. Get with the program in a place called Connecticut. And who's the beautiful boy?
It's Barrett Rockefeller.
Barrett Rockefeller.
Barrett,
What
say hi. Say hi to the camera.
Hi. How are you? How are you today? Do you have a bicycle yet?
Yeah, he's got little bikes.
Do
and
you
stuff.
have a little bike?
Yeah.
I knew it.
All right, I got a little story for you. This is a funny
Okay.
one.
Okay.
So long story short, we're working with, we're doing a vehicle checkpoint, and we have this is Afghanistan. We have an interpreter with us, and a vehicle comes there, and he buys like goat's milk from the guy. Granted, it's probably 110 degrees out. They don't have refrigeration.
Right.
So he drinks it, and then one of the other Marines, who I didn't know very well, drank it. I didn't
boy.
see him drink it. He said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I drank it. It's good. It's good. It's cold. It's delicious." I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." And I take a swig, and it's hot, and it's curled, and I spit it out. It was absolutely disgusting. So the two of us were throwing up while having diarrhea at the same
Oh
time
my God.
for the next day. And then we hop in our vehicles, and we're going, I don't know, hours away, and we stop so the driver should rest their eyes for like 3 minutes, and I find a little piece of like micro terrain and just have the worst diarrhea of my life.
Oh,
I had
jeez.
dysentery, because of dysentery.
Oh my
and,
God,
that's
the
bad.
worst.
Yeah.
Being just sick and whatever.
Oh.
So then we hop back in the vehicles. We're going. I know we're not stopping for hours. So I had there's nothing I could do.
Right.
So I just put my butt on the armor and just had explosive diarrhea in a moving Humvee in South Central Afghanistan. So yes, I pooped out of a truck.
That's really tough.
I remember.
That's a real
Paregoric.
serious story.
That's right. They have a
Paracord, 550 cord. What?
Paregoric, was for anti-diarrhea. That was a drug too.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know what was wrong with us, but yeah, when you drink rotten, spoiled goat's milk.
So were you in the Middle East? Or were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the story I was just telling was from southern Afghanistan, Uruzgan, Zabul, and Kandahar province, and then for Iraq it was Fallujah. I got there in 05, right after Phantom Fury, the second battle. We relieved 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines, who conducted that.
That Kandahar Valley was an awful place, I heard.
Yeah, I mean Kandahar. Although we did more in Uruzgan. We were the first Americans to conduct like conventional combat operations there in 04. They didn't really know who was where or what was going on. It was before all the.
Fallujah was an awful place. Fallujah was a bad place.
Fallujah was a really bad place.
Yeah.
We got there. Our deployment was a cakewalk compared to the people that were there before us. But that was definitely not a safe area. Hey, Semper Fi, happy Veterans Day,
Okay,
guys.
happy Veterans Day to you. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
Bill Johnson over there in that little door. Goes off to him.
Really? That's Bill Johnson over there? Okay, and okay.
Bill.